It's good to have you here.
Can't do that.
I'm glad you're here. So you come here often?
No.
Ew.
Yeah.
Was it?
I'm stopping.
You can't always.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Singer Nerds and Homies. I'm hosting today, Jose. With me, I have Justina and Reginald.
Hey, guys.
It's been a long day today. A lot of recording.
It hasn't even been that long.
It's been pretty long. All right. Well, since it's becoming close to the spooky season, I wanted to talk about HHN, Hollywood Horror Nights. What
was that again?
Hollywood Horror Nights. I'm trying not to speak so loud to the mic. I don't want to blow out our listeners' eardrums.
Okay.
You know?
As long as you enunciate.
HHN, Hollywood Horror Nights.
The
Thoughts?
bickering has started.
What do we think? You know, with the FNAF, with the Terrifier and the wet and dry side.
What is FNAF?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everyone should know what FNAF is standing for.
Well, the wet and dry part is only an option in Orlando. Here, we only get.
So what's
wet
the
part.
wet and dry part of the Terrifier?
I don't know what the wet part is. I think it's just a bunch of blood, but.
Yeah, it's like supposedly blood dripping. It's not the entire maze.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you get near the end of the maze, they choose you want to go wet or dry.
Mm-hmm.
And some people saying it's not that bad. Some say it's like, oh, I got drenched, and it's like.
Wasn't there an
mixed
incident
signals.
recently where they got flooded or
Yeah,
soaked?
in Orlando.
In Orlando, they were doing a preview night, and the drainage wasn't working, and so it got flooded, and they had to leave.
But then I wonder if I don't know where the smell part is, because there's a part where it's supposed to reek.
So
like the bathroom scene.
If you've seen the first movie, you know the movie where he writes his name in Dookie on the walls in the bathroom. It's that scene.
Yeah.
It's
No,
that
I
scene.
think if you're talking about Terrifier and fans know, they're gonna know. You don't have to.
Yeah.
This is
For
not
those who
going
don't
well.
know, that's the scene.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The fact that you just outright said Dookie is crazy.
It's better than using any of the other words.
Not going well.
Okay, but what about the Five Nights at Freddy's part? Because I've been hearing a lot of parents complaining at Hollywood Horror Nights because they are saying that they're targeting it towards their children without saying it's a scary thing.
I think parents need to pay attention because it's been a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
It's also being associated with Hollywood Horror Nights.
Yeah.
So you would think that, okay, this is not something that, my child can attend because it's an experience within the park during a specific set of hours where it's supposed to be scary.
But also, too, it's did we not just see the first movie that came out for it?
It was also
And
a
has
movie.
none of the parents seen the trailer for the next
This
one?
isn't Chuck E. Cheese for your
Well, that's
children.
If you see a trailer and McKenna Grace is in it, you're gonna know it's bound to be scary.
Well, That's why.
Sorry.
This is the first time.
Shout out to
Universal
McKenna Grace.
This is why the first time Universal has done the little night necklace thing for scare actors. You buy this necklace for $40, $50.
I'm just don't go to any of
and
these
it lights
things.
up and it says hey, don't scare me. I'm I get too scared easily, so scare actors don't go after you and scare you when you go to the scare zones.
Right, but here's the thing though. You specifically cannot get scared, but that doesn't mean that they cannot scare the people that are around you
Yeah,
or
they could scare the people
in
around
your
you.
field of vision.
Most of the time, if you're in a group and say one person, say it's a group of 3 and the person in the middle has it, they try and stay away from that group just in case. But I think they did it recently because they know they're gonna have a lot of kids. So that's a bit of controversy too, with them being are we only doing this for the state of mind thing?
At that point, it's just go to Oogie Boogie Bash or
Yeah.
Mickey's Not So Scary
But
Halloween Party.
It's also going to end up transitioning to, I feel in the future where we're going to scare experiences in mazes aren't going to be what they used to be because we're coming into a generation where it's God forbid, my child gets frightened of something. So then we're losing that scare factor.
That's what
and
it's all
that
about.
genre of horror.
I mean, and there's some kids out there that like this type of stuff. I've shown Justina so many clips of this little girl wanting to get her face painted super scary.
No, but I
and
was
things
that
like
kid
that.
growing up, so it's
Yeah. And it's I was also like open to that as a kid. I remember watching Final Destination in the living room. My sisters watching it with their friends.
Bro, my first movie, like scary movie, was Jaws.
I was
with my dad. And I was a baby.
My first scary movie was actually The Ring, the American version, not the Japanese, and that was my comfort movie. Whenever I got upset, I'll put that on VHS, and I was okay.
Okay.
That was my comfort movie. And speaking of horror, the new Conjuring movie just recently came out. And time of us recording this, new Conjuring came out today. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? I've been seeing so many things on that, like people getting holy water before watching it and whatnot, with the priest and things like that.
Oh my. I'm really excited, and I really want to go watch it. I've never seen a Conjuring movie in theaters.
Me either.
So I think since this is going to be the last one,
the end of an era.
Yeah, I think this will be good to watch. But also too, it's I have a friend who loves the horror genre, but the moment I brought up The Conjuring with her in class the other day, she was like, "We don't talk about that," and I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Allegedly, they were scam artists," and I was like, "I didn't know."
Everybody is feeding into that right now that they were scammers, but it's like, there's also that thing where there's like Catholics and Christians who will believe in like heaven. And then for Catholics, it's purgatory. But we never talk about hell and like all the spiritual battles that actually happen if you're an actual, I don't know, if you're actually practicing your practice with the Lord and that, you're gonna get some spiritual battles.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they were scammers, but that's just me. You know.
I've seen some stuff kind of like that. Not gonna lie.
It's also hard for me to imagine, just in my perspective, that. It's hard to be considered a fraud when also, like, even though the films are based on true events, at the end of some of the films they play like the real audio recordings, you know, or they show photos from the actual experiences from the actual Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
And it's just very profound, and it's frightening because it's like, no, this was real.
I think it's because that. It's also been like to light because that comedian Matt. Oh shoot, I don't remember.
Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just bought the Conjuring house.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, he's a scammer or this and that too. So they're just exploiting it even more.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me that this one is really a big case because it also brought in the court? Like they got.
Yeah, they took them to court for this one.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this one they got brought into
their
court.
Last case?
Their last case is what took them to court. There's a whole documentary on Netflix about it.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa.
That's why they stopped doing what they were doing after that one.
Was it like a lawsuit kind of thing?
I don't know if it's because somebody died or like just the events that happened. But they went to court for it. I haven't watched the documentary yet.
Have any of you guys ever had experiences with the paranormal?
Oh, God.
My mom has. I've never had any paranormal experiences. And I have this one acting professor.
You're like, let it happen.
Yeah, I have this one acting professor who loves just the paranormal. And so whenever she knows people, or like at the start of every semester, she'll ask people if anybody has ever had a paranormal experience.
That's crazy.
I can't contribute, but there are people that will contribute. And so there's this couple in my class this semester, and she was like, okay, she's like, walk across the room if you've ever had a paranormal experience. So this couple starts walking, and she's like, sit down. She's like, I want to know, what was your paranormal experience? So this couple, they're playing ping pong in their backyard or something, and they're probably like younger than us. And so they're just, playing, having fun and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, the boyfriend starts asking questions about the girlfriend's like grandma and stuff. And she's like, I don't think I've ever told you about my grandma. How do you know this? And he's like, she's literally right behind you. And she turned, and in the blink of an eye, she saw a flash of white. And she was like, what did you see? Because she was right behind her, like watching over her. And so he explained to her in detail what she looked like, including like what her white dress looked like.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, like she never told him about her grandma. She never told him what she looked like when she died, and that she was buried in her wedding dress.
Was it the boyfriend or the girlfriend of this
The
couple?
boyfriend's
grandma saw it.
The boyfriend saw the girlfriend's grandma right behind her,
and he never
and was able to tell.
But he never knew anything about.
He didn't know anything. He just saw her.
It's kind of reminding me of that scene from Sabrina, what was it, the Sabrina Teenage Witch show that you've been watching on Netflix?
The first one or the Chilling Adventures?
The Chilling Adventures, the new one.
Like there's a scene in
which is
season.
a better version of the show, by the way.
I really like it. Well,
You've seen one episode.
I've seen some episodes. I have not seen them all.
This is one episode, and we can go on a tangent about it.
I see it here and there as she's watching it. And
I've been a diehard fan since I watched the original show.
I remember watching a bit of the original as a kid. Whenever she's watching it in the house and it's on in the living room, I sometimes stop in and I'm like, this is awesome. This looks really cool.
Anyway.
But there's that scene
Don't shout.
There was that scene in the end of the season where, what was it?
Come on.
The one that we
Yeah, and last season, what was the...
In the final season?
The solstice.
The
and
winter
then,
solstice?
Yeah.
With the Yule-log?
Yeah, and then there was that scene with the dead body in the morgue was coming up behind, what's his name?
Huh?
Ambrose?
Yeah. I don't know.
If you watch the show, you'll know
I
the
vaguely
last
remember
season of part 1.
Well, I know.
Not the last season, the first season of part 1.
I actually had a lot of paranormal activity growing up.
Really?
A lot.
Do share.
I think one reason why I've had it was as a baby, when I was born, I was dead for 3 minutes.
You were deaf or
dead?
Okay.
Dead. I was
dead. Let me just tell you, he did not know this until his mom came in the room one day when we were just hanging out, and she comes in and she's like, "Did you know Jose died for 3 minutes?" And I was like, "What the?"
I was fully dead, and I was like, "Well."
And Jose,
you saw the light.
But Jose didn't even know this either. He's like, "Mom, this is new information. I was just dead."
I could just say I died once.
The final destination.
I think because of that, it opened a lot of paranormal to me. Because I remember as a kid, I remember this vividly.
Cursed.
They were calling us in from recess. It was 3rd grade. They're calling us in for recess, and I'm like, there's this little shed we put our balls in.
Pieces?
There's this shed we put the balls in and everything. No, recess. You don't know what recess is?
Oh, recess. Okay.
Anyways, so we put the balls in this little shed, all the gear outside.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that, and I was the last kid to go line up, and the whole black top is empty, right?
Okay.
And I'm going, and I hear someone calling my nickname at home behind me, and I don't respond to it. I look back, and it's dead. It's nothing there. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'll go back. It starts shouting at me again, and it's sounding like my grandmother. And I turn around, and I just ignore it. I'm like, I must be hearing things. I never respond to it at all.
Yeah.
And that's happened.
They tell you to never respond.
And that still kind of happens to me to this day sometimes. Justina will be in the other room getting ready, and I think I hear her, and I'm like, and I go walk up, and I'm like, did you call me?
Wait, to be fair though, my house, when my parents bought it, the people that sold it to them never disclosed that 2 people died in our house. We found out from our neighbors, so my house is already very haunted. So,
and
we don't know what's in our house.
I've even seen an exorcist kind of happen in person.
You watched an exorcism happen?
Backstory: Jose's dad is a pastor, and he
was a pastor.
So Jose's also a PK.
So while my dad was he's casting these people's demons out and everything, and he would go. It happened so much that it was such a norm. Me and my brother would wake up in the morning and go eat breakfast, and it's happening, and then we go to school.
Girl. It's 7 a.m. and you're eating your Cheerios, and you just look over in the living room and you see this person convulsing. And
you're careful.
Up in the air.
Careful with the mic. But and sometimes he would go and step out of the group, take pictures, and he would show us the pictures, and we see these faces in the corners, in the chimneys, in the dark areas leaving.
I mean, that's probably how
it's creepy. It's crazy.
Warren's daughter felt. She's like, oh, it's just another
day,
Tuesday.
$1.
What's that?
I see dead people.
No.
6 cents.
You're not understanding.
No, I know. I get it.
Recap for you guys. If you've never seen The Conjuring, bruh.
Yeah.
But no,
I will not say the name of anything from The Conjuring.
I've had a lot of paranormal with
The Defier. The Vile.
Oh my god.
Apparently, I had a lot of night terrors too as a kid.
Of course you were. You're literally having exorcisms in your household.
This was before that, though. And my parents would always. My parents would always say, like, I would wake up being like,
of Jose Angel.
Do you think he was ever possessed?
I hope not.
I did sleepwalk for a bit.
I'm saying, are you okay?
So, yeah. So,
he's like nervous.
So, like, I fidget a lot. So, like, they're saying I always wake up being like, I was getting eaten by sharks or something was trying to grab me, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I vividly remember the feeling of just, like, laying in bed and it feels like I'm floating in empty space.
Sleep paralysis.
And I feel like there's just this giant thing, like, hand or whatever. Like, you ever seen Monster House?
Yes.
That movie? You know that scene in the movie where the shadow of the house's hand comes up and, like, kind of grabs it? It feels like that.
Yeah.
That's
Felt
literally
exactly like that.
I think you've told me this before, and I've told you I think it was just sleep paralysis.
It could have been.
Because I've had that since I've been dealing with sleep paralysis since about like 3rd grade, and it's awful.
I think one paranormal thing that it was so crazy. It was the night before Easter, and I'm sleeping on the couch in the living room as a kid, and I remember looking. I wake up in the middle of the night and I see, like, at the foot of the couch, like on the side, I see what looks like handlebars from a bike, and I'm like, oh, it's probably just a bike that's inside the house. And I'm like, I don't know what it was, because it really looked like bunny ears, but also like bike handles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's probably just a bike.
I'd be like, fuck that.
And so then I'm like,
And
then I go and lay down, and then I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, there's no bike there in the morning at all. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's like early morning.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So maybe there was a bike, and someone grabbed it before they leave, but I don't know. I was
Bless
tripping
you.
out.
Thank you. Jesus.
But what was your question about the Conjuring? I literally
No, I just asked if you had any
Bless you.
paranormal activities that happened to you.
Again, you found out I'm telling you, my house was haunted.
Conjure the spirits.
And then Jose. Okay. And then, like, I've also had sleep paralysis since a kid, so I think one that always scares me, though, is when me and my sister Angel were sharing a room, and since I've had sleep paralysis, I've always waken up, like, at random times.
Yeah.
Even now to this day I do. But there was one time I woke up at, like, 3 a.m., and I always have hated waking up at 3 a.m. because it's, like, the devil's hour or whatever.
Right.
I did not know that.
But there was one time, usually I have, like, a light on in the room, but for some reason I didn't have a light on.
Yeah.
And I woke up, I see Angel laying down, but then I see something sitting on her bed with her. And I look at it, and I didn't know which was Angel, so I was like, Angel. And then glowing eyes there's glowing red eyes that open, and I'm like, I'm going to turn around. So I turned around and went back to bed, and then I tell Angel the next day, and she's like, Justina, why didn't you wake me up? Like, there was literally a demon or something in the room.
Well, that's the crazy thing about that stuff is, like, you think you're talking, but you're not. It feels like it, but
What do you mean?
not.
What?
No,
like,
it wasn't a dream.
No, I know.
I was
awake.
I was awake.
Oh, you was awake?
I was awake. I would have known if I was asleep, because the sleep paralysis feels like I don't know. It's like my vision's blurry, and, like, I feel like I'm outside of my body. But no, I knew I was awake, because I probably also had to go to the bathroom, because I always have to go pee in the middle of the night too.
Luckily, I didn't have any of that.
But
sleep paralysis.
I didn't want to mess with it. After I saw the red glowing eyes, I was like, nope.
It's giving that
Fuck
one.
that.
It's giving that one scene in
Not
Insidious when I think his name is Dalton. When Dalton's sleeping and they see the demon in the corner and they're like, "What do you want?" And he's like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have too many.
I remember watching Insidious too. I remember that one scene when they opened the red door. With the red door and they open it and there's, like, the jump scare. I'm like, I remember that scared me as a kid.
lipstick face demon.
But
No, copyright. We don't know if
You
it's
know
royalty
how
free.
old that song is?
Yeah.
I think that song.
We don't know it's
can't get any
royalty free.
copyright.
We don't know if it's royalty
Okay,
free.
I'm pretty sure
okay.
that's free domain. That's public domain for that song.
I am in the middle of bickering always, I swear. If it's not you two, then it's Michael in the seat here with Reggie. Anyway, I think another thing I want to mention is, like, how, you know, that couple, how they didn't know about the other's grandma. Like, Joelle as a little kid would always see my parents' parents.
Whoa.
And she, especially my mom's dad, because he died when I was like 5, so Joelle's never seen him. She never even saw a picture.
Yeah. Joelle is Justina's niece.
But when she was little, like every Christmas and Thanksgiving for some reason, and even after my grandma had passed away, she would see my grandma, but during Christmas she would always see like my mom's dad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And she'd be like, Nani, there's a man in the corner playing guitar.
Crazy.
And my mom's like, can you describe him? Like, because obviously my mom knew.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh yeah, he's muscular. He has, he's like brown. He has black hair. And I think my mom got fed up with her telling her every time that she's like she got a picture and she's like, is this the man? And she's like, yeah, that's who's in the corner. And we're all like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
No, but Joelle always saw a bunch of stuff as a kid. Like, she's very spiritual herself. She's a Christian, but like either way, like,
I don't know if I could handle seeing a dead person. That'd be crazy.
but it wasn't like scary, because like there's that thing where Christians are like, oh, everything is demonic.
Oh, like it's the like the angel trying to give you like,
but like
guidance or something like that.
I just think it's like those people coming that are watching over you, coming and like seeing how you're doing, seeing how family is, especially those that were like, especially my grandma passing. Like she and my Joelle and her were close. Like
maybe he was playing a song to like ward off any bad things.
Maybe
could be how it is, Could be how it is.
I mean, we'll still like have a lot of experiences with my mom's dad, because I'll smell like his
his like cologne
every now and then, or even my grandma, I'll smell her like perfume every now and then.
And speaking with the unknown and all that, have you guys seen the new season of Wednesday?
I have.
If we're going on to the topic of like creepy stuff,
you watched the whole thing. We've only seen part 1 right now.
We need to watch part 2. We're gonna binge watch it today, probably after this.
Honestly, yeah.
It's very good. Very good, I might say.
It looks good. Even seeing the trailer, I was like, oh.
So for now, let's talk about part 1. What did we like about part 1?
Actually, I have a lot to talk about, because I know yesterday I actually saw people were very disappointed about the actor for Pugsley, and even Pugsley, the character in general.
I like what happened. I know he grew up and everything.
They're saying his
like,
acting is bad.
Oh.
I think it's very hard with the Addams Family right now, because it's like we've only seen them from like kids to about preteen.
Right.
We've never actually seen them as teenagers. And like more than just like a movie or like, I mean, there was the cartoon, yes, and then
the animated movies.
Show, and then
there was an animated movie.
Yeah, but like this is like something darker. It's right. Because we've always seen it very light, not very dark. Yeah. Even like the Addams Family Value movies, like they're dark but not as dark.
It's like dark humor,
And everybody has been upset about Pugsley's character, and I'm like, it makes sense, because if he's being portrayed as like this awkward, like not fitting in kind of teen, like how he's acting and all that, it fits him.
Yeah. And also still kind of having like not looking so. I know it took a while for them to record and everything, and not him looking like the little chubby kid he was before, and like actually like this
the glow up.
You know what's crazy though is the fact that I think they're putting him in some. This is my conspiracy. I think they're putting him in some sort of like a fat suit or something, because I just saw for their press tour, he's skinny. Yeah. He's tall and lanky, and I'm like, this figure does not match, but this slightly chubby, but older.
But it makes sense though, like with Addams Family, it's always like the oddball. So it's like it makes sense from him going like from extremely chubby to like extremely skinny. And not only that, having that glow up, kind of like his dad a little bit.
But he's not skinny on the show, though.
No,
that's
he's still
the thing.
A little
he's
like...
still like,
he still has, some of that weight around him.
But like, I also like the whole glow up thing, too, because it's like, Gomez is a charmer, and so he's kind of has a little bit, but not fully.
People are like, oh, but in every other thing, he's just as dark as Wednesday and this and that. It's like, Okay, but
It's
there's
more-
it's a different direction.
Right.
It's more
going
towards
on
like
here.
their Uncle Fester kind of direction a little bit, but not fully. He's like a mix of Fester and
Right.
Gomez is what
Honestly,
he is.
yeah.
Right,
I
and
think I
each
see that.
of the characters, though, specifically in this season, have their own objectives. Since the first season was primarily all about Wednesday and
Yeah.
her goals and what she wanted, then this season we had all these different subplots, and
Yeah.
each character having their own objectives to figure out throughout this season. So there was a lot for Tim Burton to showcase.
And knowing with Tim Burton, he does his homework on stuff.
But
Yes.
He
mind
always
you, also
knows.
we had Tim Burton working on it, and then Jenna Ortega also helping
Yes.
with the whole production. So it was like,
And Tim Burton, Tim Burton does his homework. He knows how to do it pretty accurately, like, really accurate. Like look at it. A good example I think of is Alice in Wonderland. It's really accurate too.
Yes.
How the folklore and the
that's.
story goes.
I mean, to like pick from that, like, not just talking about Wednesday, but Tim Burton. Like, people are also having a problem right now with Tim Burton. They're like, all he does is remakes, but it's like everything he's done has been an ode to the original.
Yes.
Not like like even. What was it? I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's
Yes.
completely different than the the first movie.
Right.
It's a whole different direction. Like, and like you mentioned, Alice in Wonderland. Like, those are my favorite Alice in Wonderland
They're really good
things.
ones.
Like, I like the animated movie Disney did as a kid, but then I saw Tim Burton's. I was like, whoa.
way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like this is
Also,
gonna be.
don't forget his original thing. He didn't direct it. Henry Selick directed A Nightmare Before Christmas. So don't get this twisted, people. But like, that's his story. Like,
Yeah.
obviously he can come up with
even
original
though
things.
he didn't want
Yes.
to work with Disney, but he still did it, which is I'm
Well,
glad.
he did serve as like a producer
Yeah.
before it.
I mean,
And,
it took
and,
him, like, he said, I think 10 to 16 years to even get it going. So once he got it going, he was like,
Another underrated Tim Burton movie that he didn't direct, I think he produced, was an animated movie called Nine, just like the number 9. And there's like
yeah.
I vaguely
there's
remember.
so little to get off in the beginning. Like there's no backstory or anything, but you get it as you watch the movie,
Yes.
and it does not need a sequel. How it ended, and like here's a question. Like it's probably a stupid question because I know the answer. But did you guys, speaking of Tim Burton, did you guys see his like the thing he directed for Lady Gaga, her new music video?
The music
Yes.
video?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dead Dance was it?
Yes.
So what? So like,
Wait,
what
you
was
wanna
it?
know
What was
our
it? Yeah,
thoughts?
what was you think of like the Dead Dance? What do you think of all of it? Because
I see Lady Gaga, she does so well in the gothic genre of her like pop punk aesthetic
Yeah.
with her music. So working with Tim Burton was like a collaboration that was like a long time coming, something that we needed because it's like great minds think alike.
yeah.
And for him to do that for her as well as her doing that for him, because it's like a song for her but also something for the show for Wednesday. Everything went hand in hand, and as far as the music video went, it definitely had that like gothic
core.
aesthetic.
It really reminded me.
And then all of a sudden, like halfway through the video, it had that pop
yeah.
that we needed.
With the-
That's very Lady Gaga.
It really reminded me of a gothic rock band that I've listened to called Rose Guardian Funeral. Yeah, Rose Guardian Funeral Party.
Yeah.
Really, really good. The singer's really great.
But
And
this is like, I didn't mean, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Did I cut you off?
No.
Okay. But like, we've never seen Tim Burton direct a music video.
music video.
Music, yeah,
No.
that's
This
new.
is-
I was like,
This was,
whoa.
I was very, well, I'm a big fan of Tim Burton. We all know this. But like, for him to do a music video, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It opens up a new bag of worms for him now.
But I mean, it was Lady Gaga. I think
Yeah.
that'd be like one
She-
of those
she
only
is-
people he would do that for, you
She
know?
is a very big gothic pop icon for sure.
Oh, now you're saying it. Even though
yeah. Okay.
like, before this episode happened, you
I-
didn't know she was like
Very,
all
because I
about
never
that.
watched her music videos. I've always listened
Y'all.
to her music.
I can't.
But
Yeah.
when I come from the gothic rock genre, you know, again, Rose Garden Funeral Party, 50/50, Plastic Cactus, all of them. That's what
like
I
you're
listen
getting
to.
defensive.
That's what I listen to. I never really listened to a whole lot of pop, so
Yeah.
I didn't get
But
super
again,
into it.
pop is such a general term for music. Even if you look back from it from like the 50s.
Yes.
Like Elvis was pop, even though he was also considered country western.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then got like gospel-ish.
I forgot about that.
There's too much. There's a whole rabbit hole about what pop is.
I still even watched a biopic of Elvis called Elvis.
The one with Austin Butler?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I've seen it. But then literally like immediately after that movie came out, like a few months or so later, Priscilla came out. With Jacob Elordi as Elvis, but it was in the it was in the perspective of Priscilla Presley, his wife, and even though she had a hand to play in both films being made, the film Priscilla really shined a light on what was Elvis like in the eyes of someone else rather than the general public. Oh my God, I'm your biggest
how was
fan.
he like at
no,
home,
like how was he?
How was he as a
person?
husband? And,
I
I wonder now with Ozzy Osbourne's death, if Sharon would give the okay to do a biopic of him.
That'd be nuts.
That would be nuts.
She was his manager, so.
But it's like, who's gonna play him?
That's the thing.
She would
have the say.
She would literally be like the executive producer and probably like co-director.
Let me tell you what I want. Like I feel like
she went through so much.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know.
Who do you want?
I don't know. I'm not like Michael. I don't know that many actors' names. I need a face. To remember.
Somebody to play Ozzy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Ozzy has such a distinct look.
Yeah.
I think they would have to make someone up. You can't just take somebody
or
already.
Find just somebody new.
Yeah. Or maybe like do some like makeup stuff. Maybe like some fake skin here and there.
I think just somebody new because I feel like there could be somebody out there. It's just
there could be have like an actual like older man who's wanting to get into acting,
but it doesn't necessarily have to be an older man either because we're looking at a biopic.
Oh yeah, like
somebody who's in that middle age range that can play and look like a younger version and then become an older version. Like Zendaya when she did Challengers, they made her look younger, like she was in like early college, and then her as like a successful woman in her like 30s, early 40s.
I feel like they might start off with documentary and then biopic next. I think
who knows because right now they're gonna be doing all those Beatle movies.
Yeah, the Beatles. Mm-hmm.
Well, we could get back to that later, some other time, because I guess looks like we're running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So
was flowing.
I know it was just flowing. We're just going with the rhythm.
Just us being homies,
Just going with the rhythm. But maybe next episode we could talk about that. Bring that up, whoever's here.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you all for watching. This was Singer Nerds and Homies. If you liked what
checking the back to see
if you liked what you've seen, make sure to subscribe and like and check out our socials in the description below. And we will catch you on the next one.
Bye guys.
Bye.